Hi guys, so for today's Freeform Friday, I'm going to try out some of these kits. I had picked them at Michael's, and I got these so long ago. It was probably even in October. Paid full price because they just come out, but since I don't really go in the store often, I was like, I'll just get them now, make tutorials, and have fun. And here we are a couple weeks from Christmas, and I'm barely getting around to it. So if I have links to like some of the other items I'll be using, those would be affiliate links, which means they'll make a small commission if you purchase items through those links. I'm sure, like I said, these are probably on clearance now at Michael's, or at least on sale. I don't have affiliate relationship with Michael's, but I am going to show you how you can make some of these same things just with beads that you might have. So maybe I'll have those linked, or items that, they don't have to be these little kits is all I'm trying to say. But I think what I want to do, since it's Freeform Friday, is a couple of them, because I know one's going to be really quick. If I made the video, well, I should say that and then watch it be, not that quick. For like this one, this is the charm bracelet kit. I think this is also a charm bracelet kit. This one just has little bells. You put the jump ring, you add it to your chain. So, I mean, it doesn't take very long at all. That's even faster. So I think I'll do this one, because at least this one has a little bit more that you have to do to make these little... Oh yeah, these are the instructions, guys. The instructions are less than like 2 inches big here, and super tiny, but I mean, if you know about beading, you kind of have an idea of what they're showing you there. And you're gonna make your bracelet as long as you wanted the chain and add your clasp, and you're good to go. So I'll use this one today because it has a little bit more. This is so cute, the Santa. I might follow up with that. I don't know, we'll see. But I was just going to do the Christmas tree. That way it's 2 projects that don't take too long and I can explain pretty easily. And this one, is like the assorted earring kit. Super cute, very easy. If you have like pearls, 2 different size pearls, you have a little, I always forget, spacer bead, I guess, but they have different names for those, like rondelle or something. That's all you need. And then, they have another... Again, spacer bead, like rondelle type, and then a regular bead, and you have a little snowman. You put them on a head pin, then you just put it on there, and you can put it on a keychain or an ornament. Your traveler's notebooks is kind of late for that, I guess, because Christmas is already here, but and you can put it on, obviously what they're doing is earrings. Really easy. Same thing with like the little angel. They sell little angel wings just like this separately. You can pick up here and there, and all you're doing is putting a teardrop. You can also put another round bead if you want a little angel bead round here, but teardrop, wings, another pearly type thing, whatever it is that you want, rondelle, a spacer bead, and then you're still gonna do this kind of thing, make your loop, and put it on your fish wire, or whatever it is that you want to use, fish wire, fish hook. Anyway, this is very cute though. What a cute set. So maybe that'll be a different video, because again, those are both kind of quick. I think for this one, we'll start with the bracelet. You do need something like this that I always have tons of, and I always, whenever I do videos like traveler's notebooks that need something like this, I'll link. These are inexpensive. I mean, you can find them anywhere. This is a 3-in-1, so what that means is it has the round nose plier. I always want to say needle nose, which they're similar. Needle nose are just a little bit skinnier. Who cares? It has these round ones at the front. It has like this piece here that you can clamp into with, which I hardly use, but we might use it today. And then this guy cuts wire. It's a wire cutter back here. That's it. I do have some specific tools because I used to do a lot of beading, so I do have all those things, but you know what, if it's just something quick and fun that you're just trying to get into, or just a little something, you don't need all that. So again, this is the kit. So cute. You know what, I was gonna say, well, the instructions are on the back, but you can remove this. Oh, how cute. I didn't realize, like in my mind I didn't even notice. Like this one, they are in there, you can see, because it's a lot more, so they just dumped them in there. But like with this one, since it's up here so you can see, the only thing that's a bummer is that they didn't leave these little divider pieces, which is kind of funny because I had some sitting here from the other day when I found something that my daughter had. I had bought some things, and anyway, like these guys, I don't think they'll fit in here, but they could have. Maybe I can cut them down. I don't know. Who cares? But if they had left those in there, that would have been nice, because then you can arrange this however you want later. But they did not. Okay. So they're saying to use 2 of these guys, and they're actually using... are these called chain nose? I don't remember what they're called. Who cares? No, I think chain nose are flat. But that's what they're showing you, to use 2 chain nose to open it up where you want this. So I will, at the end of the video, if I remember, will show you, oh, they already have them cut. Oh, that is actually, I don't know if I like that, because I like to cut my own, because like maybe I need less of this. And now you just have this weird piece. So kind of would have been nice if they had just left it, but you can buy this stuff on rolls, and I'll show you some so you can do your own, because all you need is that. You need your lobster clasp, whatever it is. Look at it. Oh, that is so cute. So this one's Yeah, they just put them in different spots. So there's enough to make 3 bracelets. Does it even say that? No, but that's really sweet. Maybe there's a way we can put 2 of them back together. So if you have so much cut off, you know what I'm saying, and then you can put 2 of them together and still make another bracelet. I just don't like wasting this stuff. Usually I'll waste a link. It just depends. Okay, so they're saying to go ahead and measure out your bracelet and put the clasps, and this is the instruction, and that's what they're saying. But as you can see, it goes from this to basically finished on the next one. Kind of crazy. So normally what I do is I have my lobster clasp. We have a jump ring. I usually add my lobster clasp with a jump ring. I can't tell if that's what they did or if they just put it on the end, so I'm going to put another one. I'll do it myself. I'll make that up myself. And they just want you to hook it into one of these guys when you're done. Like when you're wearing it, just get from this to this, you know? Which is not my favorite thing to do, so let's see. And they're also saying you can open it. So sometimes when you're looking at the chain, if you're buying chain and you want to be a little more frugal, you probably want the kind that you can open up. So if you look, there's an opening right there. Otherwise, you're just going to take your wire cutter and cut the link, and that's how you separate it. So we just wasted a link, of course. So let's see. I think I have like a 7.5 inch wrist. I don't know. Like for me, comfortable is here, is this one. And then we have this piece left. Now you can leave all that because, you know, maybe you're gonna give it away, or maybe you don't know what the person's wrist length is, so you don't really have to mess with this at all. The other thing you can do to make it more clear, like this is where you're gonna put the thing, because they're showing you to cut it, to open it, so kind of interesting. But what you can do is open this up, and I'm just gonna push it with my finger, which is a no-no, but that's okay. I'm gonna remove this, and like I said, you can use this on another bracelet, just put them back together. And then I'm going to add this little circle, close it, and I don't know if you noticed, when I opened it, I twisted it. You don't pull apart. You twist, and you do that with jump rings, and then you can smash it down. And then this guy, I could have just... I'm going to leave this one closed up because this is more sturdy. Now if I want to leave it so that we have some extension, you open this guy up and add it back to your loop. Now it's clear that that's the loop where you're supposed to attach, oopsie, that was not good. Where you're supposed to, let me give it a squeeze this way. Get this guy clipped into, right? If you want, because no, there's a different chain there and that's the one you're gonna boop. But you don't have to do that, you know. Whatever, it just leaves it and it looks cute, like more purposeful. Now on this side, what we're going to do is open this guy up because we do need to put this on it. So I'm just going to put this on here. Just put it on there and take our other end and just put that on there and close it up. Again, side to side, don't pull it open. And if you have to go like this, that's great. Just give it a squish. Okay. So now we have our bracelet. Again, I gave it its own little area you're supposed to go into, but you don't have to. If you don't want to do that, it can clip into any one of the links, right? So now we have that with let's extra link. Again, you don't have to put that. That's just an extra step. Now they want you to make 3, I think, of these beads. So they did 2 green, 1 that has white, white, and then 2 red on the other. So we need 3 of these guys. 1, 2, 3. And you're just gonna, you know, so they have one that has, oh, so cute. I'm just gonna place a green one on here, a red one on this, because they had 2 reds. And of course you can do whatever you want. But I think they gave you enough to make them exactly what it looks like, you know what I'm saying? 3 that are exactly the same, or however many bracelets you want to make. So those have 2. Maybe I should close up a little bit. I'm really high up because I'm usually working with things that are much bigger. So we have 2 on there. We have 2 on this one. And then this guy, clear. I said white, but it's clear. And this little guy is bent. You can always just kind of fix them a little bit or not use it, but it's pretty easy to bend. White, red, white. You want white, green, white, red and green, whatever it is you want to do. So cute. And I'm leaving them alone because I don't really know where I want to put them yet. And it looks like they're adding it on with a jump ring anyway. So okay, so I guess we will just work with it now. So what happens is that you can do this. You have this guy. You're going to turn it sideways. So it's like almost like a 90-degree angle, I guess. And then from here, when you go to turn it, then you can add it to your project. Let's just pretend we're going to use this whole thing. You can trim some down if you think it's too much. But basically, you're going to start out here and turn it towards itself, right? So now you just made this little loopy. I usually don't use that much. I'm just leaving it so that you don't have to cut it. It's just one less thing to do. I don't like that, but that's okay. See how much the beads are loose on there? I might trim it down. Again, I don't like they're moving. So I just want to show you, when you're doing that loop, before you really finish it, you can leave it open and add it to your project, right? And then pinch it closed. But they are telling you to put it onto a jump ring too, which I don't know if I really want to do that. Honestly, these are really long. But putting on a jump ring also gives you a little extra, like, something. So, okay, I'm going to take a little bit off of this. Now, I'm doing that because I've been beading. But if you're not familiar with beading, then maybe just leave it. You don't want to cut off. I mean, that was, like, the smallest amount. And now I'm going to turn it this way. And you can definitely put the jump ring on before you do this. But you're going to have to open the jump ring anyway to get it onto the bracelet. So, I'm just going to close it up. Same thing with these guys. You can test it out. Just see about how much of the stick you need. Once you're beading a lot, like, you can even start down here and then do this, and you have an idea of how much wire you need. Like, I know this last bit right here I can cut off. So that's a better way than just guessing like I did. But once you've been beading for a while, you kind of have an idea. Also, it depends on where you're making your circle. Are you doing it up here or farther back here? That's why, you know, you can get a bigger loop back here, a smaller loop down here, a more fine loop. I don't remember where I used it, so I would like them all to be the same, but, you know, something like that. That's not my favorite. Not the best. And then the other thing you can, I'm actually going to fix that, is that you can leave the whole wire, and once you've wrapped it around, you've done your sideways, you've wrapped it back over this way. All this piece that's left here is you can just take it and wrap it around and around and around the base. Just keep wrapping it, and it'll just look wire wrapped, which is really cute at the end. And actually, I think that's more secure. I like that better. But we didn't do that. I'm not going to do it now because I already cut off the excess. So I'm going to finish these guys and get them all looped up. I'm going to take a little bit more off. And I'm going to fix the other one too. It's very forgiving stuff. Just loop it up. And you can give it a squeeze if you need to, like here, or even with this backside. Okay. So let me finish this, get this loop smaller. Just cut it down and do the same thing again. I'll be right back, guys. We got our 3 little guys, so cute. Okay, so it doesn't say anything about the charms at all, but, you know, charms. So I will pick, there's lots of cute little things in here. The snowman. They did snowman, and then whatever this is, like Merry Christmas. Sure, why not? We have these little guys. Of course, I have tons of these kind of things. I pick them up all over the different places. You can get them on Amazon, you know. A lot of these sites that sell little things like this for super cheap. Really cute. And I even picked some up at Hobby Lobby, which are exactly the kind that you would find like on Amazon or cheap things. So anyway, okay, so I need like 5 of these. 3, 4, 5. I don't know what I was doing. Okay. Now, you know, we are doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 charms. And I mean, if you really want to be like, oh, okay, let me count these out and look for the exact middle of this, you can do that. But you know me, I'm not going to do that. So let's open this guy up. He's the first one. Open it up. Let's open the jump ring. We are going to add jump rings to these guys and add them on. So just in a minute, we'll do that. And like, let's say this is, oopsie. Let's just, I guess you could hold it right in the center and know which one is, I'm going to say it's this one. And I'm just going to add that on and push it back. So again, we open up, twisting, and we twist it back. There's that guy. Now from here, you're just kind of eyeballing, I suppose, where the other ones should go. And so I'm going to open this guy up, put this guy on. And let's say this is on this one every 4th. Oopsie, every 4th one, if I can. 1, 2, 3. So I skipped 3 and then to the 4th one. And I'm going to put it on the same side as the other one is, which is like this outer side. I don't know how to explain that. You know, your links, especially these kinds, because they're nice and chunky. there's like a top and a bottom or a front and a back depending on which link you're using. So this one was added to the front link of the link, so I'm doing the same thing with this one just to make it nicer, but I don't know if it really makes a difference in the end. And now we have this guy. Open it up, put this guy on, and again 1, 2, 3, fourth link facing the front. Oopsie. I was gonna say oopsie and sorry, and I said oopsie. I don't know what I said. Okay, there it goes. So I'm sure that doesn't sound wonderful. I would like more green actually, because now it has a lot more red, which is my favorite, but I don't know why the green looks like very festive. All right, so I'll do the same thing on this side with the last two. Just open this up, pop this guy on, go 1, 2, 3 on the fourth one on the outside of the link. I'll add it on, okay? And then the same thing with that guy. I'll be right back. Just put that last one on. And there you have a little charm bracelet. Super easy. Of course, you know, I don't know if you're good at putting these things on. I'm usually okay. But, you know, you just get that on there and bring your little lobster clasp. And for me, I can see where that circle one is, but, you know, if it's hard for you to tell, like I said, you don't even have to put something like that on, but I kind of made this a little bit bigger than it clips right there. Now you can remove this. I wouldn't leave this long, to be honest. Like, if you like to leave a little end, I would leave like maybe 4. And then maybe at the very end of it, add a little charm or a little bead, just one little bead, you know, with a head pin, just like we've been doing or something like that. But there we have a little fun little bracelet. Sweet, huh? Super easy. Like I said, at the end I'll show you some of the other pieces I have that you can make your own kind of bracelets. It's just very basic kits with lobster clasp. Obviously most kits come with all that kind of stuff. So, and I'm talking about jewelry findings is what they call these kind of things, the head pins, the jump rings, the lobster clasps, all those kind of things, earring wires. There's jewelry findings. Like I said, I'm gonna stylize mine a little bit tighter and I'll be good. Just kind of wanted to show you guys like the least amount of work to do to make it good, and then plus a little extra if you're interested in doing a little extra. Now this one is curious because I haven't done something like this in a very long time, so let's look. So on this one, they're showing you how you can make like a fringe earring, which is super cute, and then the little Christmas tree. I want to do the Christmas tree because you can also do something like that, put it on a TN or, you know, on whatever, paper clip. Now, it is going to be a little bit weak or a little bit weird because what happens is it's metal, the wire, it's wire, but it's like a metal wire. So if you bend it, it's going to bend. But let's take a look at whatever's in here. So cute. Okay. So this will be a little bit tricky, only because I don't know how long this needs to be. Also, the instructions are at the bottom now, and I don't really want to dump everything to get to the instructions. But look how cute! Oh, this is so nice. These have little ball head pins, so that little ball shows. Like here, it's flat, right? So you don't really see it too much. But if you use these little guys, these little beads at the bottom, that little ball would be showing. Super cute. Let me turn this over just so I can get an idea. This is so silly because, to be honest, you can do whatever you want. Obviously, they're showing you like a pattern, so it looks like the stuff is on here. I don't think this comes off. This is really kind of a bummer. We're going to have to make this up. So we need this. It is hard for me to tell what they're showing at the top, but generally you make a loop, and then you have 2 wires, one going either way, and then you're kind of looping within each other like this. So I suppose what I could do is get some of these beads out. Now, I have tons of things that we can do this. I have bead boards. I have all these, you know, little soft, like, felt things that you can pour beads so they don't roll all over the place. But I don't know, everybody has that. So get yourself a little bowl, a piece of something, you know, put them on a plate. It doesn't really matter if you just don't want them rolling all over the place. And I don't have, like, a little spoon here. Little something. I'm gonna go just grab a regular like spoon from the kitchen, and I'm gonna pour just get some of these out and set them down, okay, because I need these beads out here so I can see what the pattern is. I'll be right back. So I just got a napkin and I got a little demi-tasse spoon. It was really easy to just pour them in there, and I'm going to, does this have, hold on, I need a jump ring. Oh yeah, they're in there. Everything's poured in here, and this is kind of what I was talking about, jewelry findings. So like it has, you know, jump rings of different sizes. It has, you know, earring wires. It has those cute little head pins. I'm gonna start with this bigger guy. No. Oh, it also has head pins with the loop. Oh yeah, so it only has this one size. It's just the head pin I was looking at. Oh, look at the little star. Is that for the tree? Oh my gosh, I don't see that in the image. Is this for the tree? It's gonna throw me off because I don't know how to add that. Maybe I will. Let me see. It has to be for the tree if it's not for the earrings. Oh, okay, good. It's for these earrings. So on the top of the tree, I mean, it doesn't have to throw me off, but I just figure, yeah, whatever. But here they put the little star. So I'll put this back. Now, you kind of have to think about how much of this do you need. It's going to be a small item because these are seed beads, so it's not going to take too much, but at the same time, you're going to go back and forth, back and forth. You don't want to run out in the middle of the thing. So let's say this is a foot of wire. I wish it would tell you how much you need. Let's do a foot. I don't know. I guess if it ends up looking like we're short, I will make this a smaller tree. So we have a foot of wire. And what we're going to do is, here you could either tie it and make it into a loop, or you can just twist, 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 and that'll be your loop. I was going to simply tie it on here. That's what it looks like they're doing. They're just knotting it, which is kind of weird, guys. I'm not gonna lie. But let's just put it on our jump ring. Again, you can make the loop and add the jump ring later. They look like they tied it, but you know what? That seems weird. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna twist it like this. Just twist it a couple times. Okay, and that's gonna start this thing off. Now, what they're showing you here is at the very top, they put one green bead. So okay, one green bead. Start misspeaking already. So they want you to start off with one green bead. Now this is gonna go in this way. Okay, I'm kind of holding this as straight as I can. So this other one is gonna go into the bead in the other direction. Okay, now I can bring that one all the way up, but it just is more confusing. So let's just do this and pull, pull, pull till we get there. Okay. And you can kind of straighten it out. Since it's wire, it does its own thing, but at the same time, like I said, you can kink it. Just get it to do what you want it to do. So I'm kind of pushing and moving it, and that's good for now. That is our first one. Again, I start with the bead, and I put one wire going one side, one going the other way, and just pulled it, so it settles in right here. The next time we have green, red, green. So, again, on one side, or the other, it doesn't matter. Green, red, oopsie. I hope I don't waste a lot of this by the time we get there. Like I said, I didn't really know what to start with. Maybe we should have done like 18 inches of this. Now you can pull this all the way up, but when you get up there, it gets a little bit confusing. So, you know, I like to do this when it's a little bit lower. Now we're going to go back through them. So they're here, but we're going in the other direction. Green, red, green. And again, pulling tight. I will say this wire is very easy to work with. It's really nice. Ah. Again, once you get to a certain point, you're going to have to basically kink the wire. So it's kind of interesting. Like here, got it going, make my little tree shape, and make it straight, basically. You can make it rounded so it's like this, you know, it doesn't matter. But if you want to make it straight, you got to really kink your wire to do that. Okay. Maybe I'll pull it a little bit tighter on this one. There we go. That's the very top of our tree. And you just continue doing that. So in the next picture, they're showing you 3 greens and 1 red. So green, 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 and 1 red. Ah. Okay. And now this guy is going to go in the opposite direction into them. And that's all we're doing. It's super easy. Make sure you're hitting each one because it's quite possible, you know, the wire went out somewhere else and didn't actually go through the center of all of them. And once you're established, it's a lot easier, but that's what I'm saying. The first one, like that first green one, and from there it's a little tricky, but now it's a lot better. As you can see, that was quicker, right? Okay, and that's why I wanted to follow their pattern because they're kind of showing you like a garland look. So if you do whatever you want, just plan it out. Now number 3 is showing me 3 greens and a red. But I'm kind of going in this direction as I'm adding my beads. So I'm gonna do the red. You can do it however you want. It's because I keep putting it on this side first. That's why I'm reading the pattern that way. And the 3 greens. And then again, I think I started off with too little. Just depends on how many more repeats we gotta do. Oopsie, oh well. Like I said, I'll cut it off early. Just giving you the idea of how to work this kind of thing. How cute is that? Oh wait, hold on. I missed something. 4 greens. See? You never know. I was gonna say that's exactly the same amount of beads from before. So sorry guys, we need 4 greens. I'm gonna pull this one out. The one on this side. They're still gonna be on here because they're on that one. Sorry guys. Just follow your pattern. These you can do that Santa face one I showed you earlier is the same thing. It's the same kind of just going back and forth and popping this wire through. See how the wire came through and I said earlier to make sure you go through all of them. There we go. Sorry guys. Little hiccup there. But all you have to do is pull one string out and then keep going. Still have this on top. And as you go along, you can kind of arrange it a little better or whatever it is you need to do to make it look right. Okay. And number 4 is 2 greens, red, green, 2 yellows. So I'm going to pick up the 2 yellows first because like I said, I'm kind of going like in this direction. 2 yellows. A green. Why am I standing up? Because I'm always standing up. A red. And 2 greens. Is that what I said? Yep. Got those 2 all at once. Okay. And again, bring over the other side to come through. Now I'm quiet because I'm concentrating. Alright. Okay, I'm going to keep going. If it looks like I'm running out of this wire, I will come back and let you guys know. But either way, I'm going to continue going. It does have 14 rounds, so I don't know if I'm going to make it to 14 because I'm barely on 4 and only have this much wire left. So we definitely want to make the stump of our tree. So I will be back at that point. But I will keep working. Same thing. Just adding on what it shows and loop loop. Go to the next one. Okay, so now I'm going to go off on my own. I think I did 8 or 9 rounds. The only thing is the one I just ended on has an odd number, which is what we want to end on, but the very last thing. So I'm still going to do another odd number and just leave it at the same. What I'll try to do is use some of the bigger beads, because beads, you know, unless you're paying big money for them, are sometimes really weird and wonky. So what I'm trying to do is go over the bigger ones. And I think what I'm going to do, let's see, is start with a red bead. So I'm going to do 9. But we're going to do 4 on one side, 4 on the other, and the one in the middle is the one that we're going to cross through. We're not going to cross back through all of them, okay? So I'm going to do a red one, kind of like a bigger size red one, and I want to do 4. So red, and then 3 greens. Again, kind of a bigger set of beads. Okay, and 1 gold one, and I'll just put that one here. Now, we're also going to need some beads. On the other side, same thing. I'm going to do red and then 3 gold ones. Again, whatever kind of fatter bead I can find. I don't know if you can see, like this one's so thick, but like this next one is super thin. Can you see that? That's what I'm saying. They're different. So I'm going to try to get the bigger ones to make it look like bigger than the last 9 I used, right? And not completely, but you know, as many as I can. 2, 3. So that's 4 and 4. And then that 5th one on this side, that's 9, so 5 and 4. But when we cross over this time, we're only going to cross through the gold one. So I'm leaving those other guys behind. I'm going to push this through the gold one. Now this is because I did 1 foot of this stuff. I think to get and complete your project, you probably are better off with like 18 inches of that. Be very cute. You see? So it looks like there's like little garland here and there, or ornaments, or however. But of course the pattern would have looked nicer if we can continue, if I had start off with more of this. So I'm going to pinch it kind of tight, but for now, and then this is going to be down here, this is our tree. I made a little guy, which actually for me, for a TN, works better than a longer one, especially since this can be manipulated and hurt really if you wanted to twist it, it'll get messed up, you know. So it's kind of better that it's a smaller item. And I'll finish it off the same way. So what they did is the 1 gold, and then they did 5 gold beads, and I'll show you. 1 does have to be on this side, and 1 definitely needs to be on the other side. So 1 here, just kind of like what we did right now. You're only going to cross back over 3 of them. So I do need 1 just out there, and then I can put the rest of them on here. So 1, and they do have a pretty good depiction of that. 2, 3, 4, 5. So the other 4 I can put on this side. 1, oopsie, 2, 3, 4. And what we're going to do is this guy's only going to go through, I hope you can see, back through 3 of them. This 1, 2, gets a little tighter, 3, and then out. So don't go back through that, the 4th one on that side. And you may have to, it's a little tiny, get your tool and help you pull that. There we go. And since this is smaller, I can just be like, oh, this is my stump. This is my tree stump, and be done with it, right? So cute. They did another layer. So the next one, all they did was add 3 more and then go through both of them. But I don't know if that's going to be too big for me. Like, for me, I think this is good. This guy can be in here. These guys are out here. Tighten it up. I think for my purposes, that's good. If I do another one, it's going to be that much longer. I don't think that's cute. So with these extra pieces, what they're saying is just to tie them off, which is kind of a weird thing to do. So I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do is go back in this last one, even though we ditched it the first time. I'm going to go in here. And if I have room, actually, usually what I do is I weave things in, like I'll weave it back this way, but that one already has 2 wires going through it. Actually, that one doesn't. It only has 1, doesn't it? Okay, so what I'm going to do, and do whatever you like to finish it off, is poke back through here. Again, I'm going to pull that up with my tool. Help me pull that in there nice and tight. Oh, see, that's the only thing about wire. It will get wonky, and it will do funny things, and it will break. You know, regular beading wire breaks too, or beading thread. So I have that little guy. Now he's reinforced, and what I'm going to do is try to get it going this way. And it shouldn't come apart from there. But if you want to tie a knot like they're showing, go for it. I just think it's hard to tie a knot with a wire. I'm going to push it back through here. And maybe coming out that 3rd green one. Coming out right here. I'm going to pull it. Oh. Almost had it. Almost had it. Right there. And to me, that is enough. Like, what I can do at this point is cut this off. It's not going to come back through. If it comes back through, I'd be very surprised. But generally, you want to loop it back through as much as you can. And then just make sure that wire's tucked away so it's not going to poke anybody. I'll do the same thing with this one. I'm going to send it back through here and then back in this direction, okay? Just like I did for this side, but I'm going to do it up here and then back that way. Okay. I'll go back. And that's my little guy. And because of the way I chose to finish it off, it looks a little bit circular, but I can kind of mess with it. Again, it's wire, so it's going to manipulate however you want it to. So these little 3 guys, I might try to get a little straighter. But anyway, and then now you're supposed to put this on an earring wire if you want to make earrings. Again, the original plan is to make a really long earring, right? Because I only went to, I think, row 8. Let me think. No. Yeah. I think I only went to row 7, and then I did another row of 9. So I added 1 more row, which is really row 8, but it goes all the way to 14. So we have that. Since we have this already, all you're going to do is, if you wanted to put it on an earring wire, and of course you'd make 2 of them, right? So you can open that up and put it on your wire, makes an earring. How cute. I'm probably going to put it on a lobster clasp, or just stick that onto a TN, or put it on the end of a paper clip. Whatever it is that you want to do with it, of course, that's your little decoration. So I just want to make those, and I think they were kind of quick enough that we can get those both in one video. But let me show you some of the other items that I have that I was trying to say, if you want to make your own kit, you don't have to do this thing, right? I'll be right back. Okay, so we have this little guy here. Yeah, so stuff like this, I mean, you can buy all kinds of chain. Like this one's smaller, it's a little finer. You know, this one's a little bit bigger, shinier. They have them in different colors. I think these are similar. This one's still a little bit bigger. They have the things like that, gunmetal, gold, bronze, whatever color you want. And then I always buy my findings and I just throw them in here, so I have them set up by colorway, pretty much. You know, lobster clasp, all these kind of things you can buy, obviously, individually. I'll have links for, like, kits where, like, everything comes there, so all you have to do is put it together. The beads on this one look like, I would say 8.0. Does it say on here? No, I don't know. 3mm to 6mm, it says. Yeah, because how beads are measured is, like, the bigger the number, the smaller the bead, so 11.0, 13.0, those are much finer. So I think this is probably like an 8, because 6 is a little bit bigger, and then pony beads are really big. But, you know, that's what it looks like to me. Anyhow, you can get all those things separately, make your own kits, and do your own stuff. So, really fun. Was really looking forward to trying these out, because I love beading, and oh, my hands got really dry. I was trying to look for these things and moving stuff around. So, hope you guys had a good time, and I'll have some images for you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye now.